Welcome back to the Roxii and Whitley show.
Yes, I was just talking about my husband's eyebrows. This is Miss Shackleford.
All jokes aside, we have a guest on the show today. Of course, like every week, Devin Walker, local Baltimore.
I'm pulling up the questions, motherfucker.
Can they hear you?
I have no idea. Hopefully they can.
Okay.
So tell us about a little bit about what you do.
So what I do, you mean the project or
tell them what you do and why you do it for.
So I'm doing a documentary about Baltimore. My aim is to change the narrative of the city.
Because it's bad right now.
From out of town, they really know Baltimore.
Talk a little bit into the mic.
They know Baltimore for The Wire and then the Freddie Gray riots.
Right.
But there's so much other things happening here. There's a lot of great things going on here, and so I want to showcase that. Like I want to change the narrative of the city.
That's good because I work at a hotel, and when people come in from out of town, the first thing they ask me about is The Wire. Somebody came in. I had never watched The Wire before. Actually, I've never seen The Wire. And
you're late.
Yeah, very. Yeah, it was just like I tried. It was just so negative. It was depressing to me. It was depressing because it's the same shit that I see every day. I see how people outside the city enjoy it, but living in the city and seeing that shit every day is depressing. So I appreciate what you're trying to do because it definitely needs to be changed because it's bad right now.
Right. And that's one of the things we like to do on a Roxii and Whitley show. We like to bring local entrepreneurs on the show to bring out the positive in Baltimore. That's the show that people are doing positive things in Baltimore and it's not all negative.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's so many things going on that are positive in the city. Like, look at y'all here in y'all own station.
Right.
Like, nobody shows.
Station,
you don't really see things like this every day, but I just feel like there's so many great things happening here. It's just a lot of times it just never really gets the attention that it deserves.
Right.
So I wanna show that. Like I feel like there are a lot of opportunities here, and then there's also there are times where you got to create your own opportunities, but that possibility is also here.
Right. And I like how you just said that because a lot of times I feel like there aren't a lot of opportunities here. And so something that you're doing by promoting local entrepreneurs and their businesses, that's a good thing because, like I say, it's a lot of times that I be thinking there's not a lot of opportunity here.
A lot of people think that, yeah.
I be giving up on hope sometimes with some of the dreams that I had with pursuing them here. Just like, for instance, like I said, I went to Atlanta one time and I was modeling for on and off for 10 years here. Went to Atlanta and I was making more moves in 6 months than I ever did in 10 years.
6 months, the first 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying in the total of being there. And it like I always say, it starts with us. If we put our businesses out there more, because just like somebody like you, I can go on your page and I'm like, wow, I didn't know this exists. If we promote each other more, we come together more because more people be like, oh, I didn't know this exists. But when we not posting, it's only businesses that know about, how can I explain it? Some businesses only have, their clientele or the popular people, but there are some businesses that can become more popular if it's out there more. Like what you're doing.
Yeah, I feel like it takes courage though. Like you gotta, a lot of times, even with what y'all are doing, like there are things that people are doing, but they're not really doing it. They're not like going in.
Right.
And so you gotta have courage and you just gotta believe in yourself and just do it. Like for me to do this film, I went to school here. I grew up here. I went to Coppin, but then I went to film school or graduate school in DC.
Okay.
And so, like, I write all the time. Like, I have a lot of films. I have a lot of TV scripts. I got a series that I've been working on. But it was just taking a lot
got any open roles?
Yeah, because we
it was taking a
too,
lot
so.
to get things made.
Mm-hmm.
And so this project that I'm doing now is something that I always wanted to do.
Okay.
So I went out and brought my own equipment and was like, well, I'll just do it myself. And it's been a learning process. Like there's still some things I'm figuring out.
Right.
But I mean, I'm getting it done. And even with that, like I have like the next couple of projects lined up. I just had a phone call last night for like an hour about possibly doing a reality show. It's going to be based in LA, but
okay.
I want to do everything here. I want to bring everything back to Baltimore. Like my vision is to have a major film studio in Baltimore.
Nice. That would be dope. That would be dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope. Like, and I think sometimes, with Baltimore, like, for instance, I'm not going to say the movie that I'm not going to put it out there, but you was with me. Auditioned for the movie. And, they promised that they would call me back, and never heard back from these people.
That was in Baltimore?
Yeah. They never did.
I remember talking about
but they never got back with us or anything.
They didn't?
No. They never did the movie, but they still never got back with me, like, to tell them the states. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
with
that's
Baltimore,
important. Even if something gets canceled, you gotta let people know.
That's what I'm saying with Baltimore. You can't just do your people like that. You got people, and I've been in opportunities before where people promise people stuff and they don't come through. And I'm not just saying that it's in Baltimore. I'm sure this happens other places too, but it's like...
Yeah, movies fall through every single day, but you can't just leave people hanging. Especially if you, like, casted them or, like, and they're expecting to hear something from you. You can't do that.
Right.
People don't take themselves seriously as, like, business owners.
Right, and that's what I'm just saying. Not to put nobody down, but we just got to get better with communicating.
Mm-hmm.
Way better with a lot of things. When did you start filming?
I actually started probably a month ago.
Let me say this. When did you really start, like, having a passion or vision for filming?
Probably like 2000. So back then I was working a state job, and I really just wanted to write a movie. I didn't know how.
Right.
It was kind of like, dang, because of the things that I was doing back then, I just thought that I was like the guy. I don't know.
Everybody thinks they
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I wanted to write a movie, and I didn't know where to start. Like, I didn't know how to write a script or whatever. So I bought 3 books.
Mm-hmm.
They were like filmmaking books. One was like 3-act structure, and one was something, I don't know. But I bought these 3 books, and I started writing. But I've always been writing. I've always been like, I have like stories in my mind that I want to tell.
Right.
And so sometimes I would write it down, but me writing it down is like, I'm able to see it. Like, I can visualize it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just never took it seriously.
Right.
And I felt like, well, writing is cool, but I should get a real job. So I worked a bunch of real jobs.
We all
writing is a real job. It
Well,
can be a real job.
Like, I never enjoyed working for anybody else. Like, I'm a truck driver now, and it's not what I want to do. But
you do over the road?
No, I do local. I deliver diesel fuel.
Oh, okay.
And so, my passion has always been writing, always been creating.
Right.
And so when I went to American University for graduate school.
Okay.
And I really learned the structure of how to really write.
That's good. You should do something with like a camp for children. There's a lot of children might be interested.
Yeah, that's so my vision is, I want to bring a major studio here, but I want to be able to do everything in house. Like, I want to have producers under contract. I want to have directors under contract. I want to have DPs under contract. I want to have editors under contract. I want to have writers under contract. I want to have actors and actresses under contract. I want to have marketing people under contract. I want to have somewhere where we can premiere our movies. I want everything to be able to be done under one umbrella.
Yeah. That sounds familiar, because when we were in Atlanta, tell them a little bit about Show Out.
Oh, my brother from another mother. I just talked to him the other day.
That he had something similar, but it wasn't filmmaking. It was more of a photo shoot.
Yeah, he wasn't from Atlanta. He moved there from Virginia because, like, Atlanta is like Black Hollywood right now. Exactly. And he moved down there, and it was just him and his wife, his kids, and he was able to pull everybody together. But like, it's not hard to pull people together in Georgia.
He got a big warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Well, that wasn't even his warehouse at first. He met somebody, and he convinced them that using his warehouse could be beneficial to both of them. And he took their warehouse, and he pulled like the biggest networking event in Atlanta. Like every month, he would have it, and it was huge. Like everybody would come. Like he got like artists like Lil Boosie and everybody to do Migos to do their music videos there, and it was like really dope. It was cool.
And it was networking. Like models came, videographers came. So I mean,
he was all about promoting other black businesses.
Yeah.
That's what he was all about.
Just to give you an idea, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I want all of it because it takes all of that. It takes. Like I want everything. I want authors. I want like have a publishing section. Right. Like I want to. So the major film studios right now, the big six film studios are all in LA. Mm-hmm. Right. The biggest independent studio is Lionsgate. Right. They're just as big as like a Disney or
I'm familiar
Paramount or something, right? But they're independent because they do not create their own content. They buy somebody's library, or they hire Tyler Perry to do his plays, or they buy like the Saw franchise or something. So what I want to do, I want to bring it here, but I want to do everything that we can do here.
Right. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. And just like we were saying, like you throw some networking so everybody can come, just like basically what you're doing now. You know, I think that would be dope. I think that would be really, really dope.
I just feel like there's so much talent.
It is. There's a lot of talent.
I feel like people are afraid to really like let their light shine, like because unless you're a rapper, because there are a lot of rappers here,
right?
And they're probably they're probably like the most arrogant group of people. Mm-hmm. But I respect them so much because
bars are trash.
There are some bad rappers. There are some bad rappers. But what I respect most is the arrogance, the confidence, like the cockiness, because you need that. Like you need, no matter what you do, you need rapper swag, because I don't know anybody else that's more cocky, more confident than a rapper. So you need to take that and put it in whatever you're doing. You do. I feel like everybody should like let that inner rapper come out.
Right. And it's all, I agree with that. I like confidence because some people, they're not the best rappers, but they have that confidence. Like
confidence is great. It's the arrogance. Like you should never be so arrogant that. Well, I guess you're not even really arrogant if you feel like you're too afraid to pull someone else up. If you're afraid to
that's different. That's not arrogance. That's just.
But that's the problem we have here.
Yeah, insecure, and I feel like that is a problem that we have here. Mm. I feel like a lot of times we need more confidence and arrogance in Baltimore, because a lot of people look at it as like following whatever the wave is. Like there's a trend is set somewhere, and then we follow it.
We definitely do that. Like when I lived in Georgia, like what was it, like 2007, I moved down there. And they had to zone this, zone that. And then I come back up here, and 3 years later, Baltimore trying to zone that area. So I live in zone. You live in zone what? Like, hold on, when we start doing this?
Right, yeah. So
I was wondering where that came from, because I
came from Georgia. Yeah, that's an Atlanta thing. They've been doing that for decades.
Yeah, Atlanta or New Orleans. But the thing is, it's been a lot of just following waves. Like even like way back when everybody was wearing jerseys. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah,
but then
the New York thing.
Jay-Z said we don't wear jerseys no more. We wear button-ups. Everybody was wearing button-ups, and then it was the whole city was Bloods. Like everybody was in a gang.
No, I'm glad you said that, because
it's a lot of following going on.
Now Jay-Z said something about the credit. I swear to God, everybody told me, yeah, my credit score went up. I swear to God, like every step, yeah, my credit score.
They have, but that's a good thing.
I like it.
I think that
I like it, but it's
don't
like,
ridicule them for it. Don't ridicule them for it.
I'm
That's
just
what people
everybody
do.
else. You should have been on that.
That's
but
what people
that's
do.
and I'm not.
And I see you playing the 50 black card over
but
there.
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people who weren't working on their credit before that. And what I'm trying to say is,
You know better, you do better.
And it's a shame that people don't know better until a celebrity says.
Right. Well, some people.
right? It's a shame.
Some people don't know better until they teacher tell them.
Right.
Everybody
I
just
feel like
depends.
sometimes that's what it takes, right? And once you get that information, I feel like you should run with that shit.
Yeah,
like,
and I'd rather someone be telling us to fix your credit than pop a Molly. I'm sweating.
Really? Out of all lines, y'all.
That's what popped in my head.
Okay.
But then I feel like there's a lot of individuals who step outside of the norm or step outside of the box and have the courage to go for what they do. And then you have, and when you look at them, you have people like Tank, the boxer. He's like, he's killing the game. He's like the next Mayweather.
Yeah,
right.
You have
he got the fuck out of here. I don't blame him.
Cleon. I was watching him when he was making his moves. Like he was really going hard with it. And
Cleon.
Nobody was paying him to do it. Like I saw an interview that he did when he was like, "Yo, I used to buy a camera from Walmart to shoot, and then take the camera back to Walmart because I needed my money back." But he's been hustling nonstop since then. Like the girl Jess, like she's been grinding for a minute too. A lot of times people don't really respect or think that female comedians are funny.
She's hilarious to me. And I hate when I keep seeing
funny.
She's
very
just
funny.
isn't funny. Like, how the fuck is she not funny?
She's definitely funny.
What's wrong with you?
But her approach, like she approaches her game, her job, her role, like she really takes it on, like any black person would. Like I feel like we're all great and we all have,
of course,
we all have,
and that touched on what I wanted to talk about of why all these racist white groups exist, because we are great.
I mean, we built the country.
Yeah, like we are the definition of greatness.
None of us like signed up to come here.
No,
right.
And the world wouldn't run the way that it is without us. And if you look at all of the things that we've been through, you would think that we would have died off somewhere.
We are resilient, so that's dead. But, yeah.
So if you take that, if you really look at yourself and you believe in yourself, and then you focusing on whatever it is you're passionate about, you won't do that shit. You're gonna be great. Right. Like that's why I hate that the follower mentality. Everybody is popping pills now. Like everybody is junkies now.
Right.
Everybody is,
and they don't think they junkies though. They don't think they junkies.
Right.
Everybody is.
They think they future.
Yeah, so I can't respect that. But
what area do you come from in Baltimore?
I grew up around White Lot.
White Lot. So, do you still visit White Lot?
My mother still lives around White Lot.
Okay. Absolutely. So, do you see a lot of pill poppers or people, young guys strung out on drugs?
I see some. But see, I think there's an age difference because of the age difference. I'm 35 years old.
Right.
So it's not 35-year-olds.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's the saddest part.
What I'm saying is when you go visit, do you see the babies like on pills or high?
Yeah, but it's different now. Like a lot of the guys that's around there now, they're not even from around there.
Right.
See, when I was growing up, if you weren't from this neighborhood, you wouldn't come into this neighborhood.
Right.
Whether it was White Lock or Murphy Homes or Pulaski, CVS, wherever you was from, that was your area.
Right.
And you took care of your community, and you were proud to be from where you're from. Even like Park Heights had, was it last year or the year before that? They had like the biggest reunion. Nobody's had a reunion like that. Like, and from what I heard, was no problems. Like no.
From what I heard as well.
But nowadays, it's like these little guys, they grow up, they don't have any guidance. So that's on us to try to mentor them and do what you can.
Okay.
But then they go to jail, they make these new friends that they never even met. And now this new friend is coming back to your neighborhood, right? He's hustling in your neighborhood. You don't know what enemies he has or what he's going through or what he has going on. And then it's like the crime is just traveling and traveling and traveling. It's like it's a crazy cycle, but
so that's what's going to take us to for less crime. You think it should be more guidance?
I feel like there's a lot that's going to go into less crime. I feel like the biggest thing is having courage and believing in yourself. Because if you're going to continue to say, yo, there's no opportunities, then you're not going to find opportunities. But if you're going to be like, yo, man, I don't fuck what they talking about. This is what I'm trying to do, and I'm going to do it. You're definitely going to do it. You're going to be the best at it.
Right.
And so what I'm doing is I'm not even focused on any of that. Like I'm not. I see the Murder Inc. page. I understand what's going on. I know we're over 200 murders. I get it, but I'm not putting no light on that.
Right.
I feel like if you continue to focus on something or you continue to shine light on something, that situation is going to continue to grow. If nobody pays it no mind, not saying just ignore it like it's not happening, but nobody's like really focusing on it, that shit is going to die out because that's another fad. That's another throwback jersey, button-up shirt. That's Chirac. You want to be known for murders and all that. That shit is corny.
You can create your own opportunities, and you don't need to focus on.
I feel like that shit is so corny. This killing thing, and so if we don't like glorify it and we don't just shine so much light on it, it's going to die out eventually. And so what I'm trying to do is just I'm trying to shine light on business owners.
Right.
I'm shining light on being an entrepreneur.
Shine the light on
making things happen. Like you take that
positive.
aggressive, they take that your street.
I like that.
More people gonna want to be a part of it.
Street mentality,
like
and you turn that shit into a business. Because at the end of the day, whether you selling crack an ounce or two a week, that's still a business because you're getting paid every day. You don't have an accountant, so you got to manage your money. You still have bills that you got to pay. Like it's still a business. So if you take that business mindset and you put it into something that's going to rebuild your community, you'll be better off. You'll last.
So, question.
Go ahead.
You're 35 now, so as a younger black man, have you ever been faced with the choice like between the streets and doing something positive? Have you ever been in that predicament?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, when I was growing up, see, I grew up with both of my parents. So hustling never really been something that I had to do. But all of my friends were hustlers. And I'm not going to hang out with you. As me being a teenager, 18, younger, I'm not going to hang out with you all day. You're hustling all day, but I'm not making money also. So I'm going to, I work every day, but I also, and I don't want to promote it, but I also, whatever you was buying that you was selling, I would buy the same thing. I wouldn't do it. I would get somebody else to do it for me. Or I would pay whatever you buying. If you buying it, I will get you. Or I'm going to go half and let's get a bigger whatever. And then we'll make money together. Because if I'm already going to be here with you, why not make money with you?
Yeah.
So
but
what made you turn from that life? What made you turn away from that life?
Because that shit is dead. Like there's no loyalty. The drug game is so bad now. Like it's not even any real money in it.
Okay. Do you think having two parents helped?
Yeah, I do.
Well, they were together?
Yeah, I grew up with my mother and my
They're
father.
still married?
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, it's rare. I mean, it sucks that we had to ask these questions because it's so rare.
I mean, I have two younger brothers now. They're not my mother's children, but I have two little brothers that they're both younger than my youngest son. But
they're younger than your son?
Yeah, they're definitely younger than my youngest son. But I feel like for me, I can remember graduating high school, right? And we went out to dinner. And I was crying because I didn't have money to pay for the dinner. Like I always felt like I can also remember being in high school and everybody wanted to go out. There was a girl I was talking to and she wanted to go to the movies. My homeboys wanted to go with her homegirls. But I ain't had money. And she was like, well, I'll buy the ticket. And I was like, nah, I ain't going. Like because I always wanted to be a provider of my own.
As a man should.
So some people were cool with that. Like back then, everybody was like, "Yo, she said she gonna pay. Yo, just go." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I ain't that shit cool." But that's just who I've been like my entire life. That's just the type of person that I am. Which, if you fast forward to when everybody was really, really into the streets and shit, it'd be things that I was like, yo, I'm not doing that. Which
That's
I
good,
know,
though.
I
It's good
understand
that you
what
had
she's
that,
saying.
like,
You just had your
mentality.
own.
Yeah, but see,
Some people are followers.
a lot of people are followers, and that takes courage because there are people now that's 30 plus that'll be like, yo,
40 plus.
yo, everybody doing this, yo, everybody going. I never cared what everybody was doing. I just always been the type that, yo, this is what I'm doing. You gonna be cool with it or you not. We can fight because I always been. That's the other thing. Like, I always been. I'm gonna say what I feel. I'm gonna do what I feel, and I've always been willing to fight for it, die for it. And most people wouldn't. Most people not. Ain't nobody gonna be. They gonna like, yo, if I don't do this, niggas gonna crack on me. I'm gonna be like, it's corny. But for me, I'm like, I ain't doing it. But also me, I'm like, I ain't doing it. But say something. Go ahead and say, because I'm gonna hit you.
Right.
That's just always been my mentality, but I feel like it kept me out of jail. It kept me out of a grave. It kept me out of being in bad situations because I've always been the type that I'm going to do what I believe. I'm going to follow my heart.
That's great, though. Because a lot of us are followers, and we not only, like, follow other people's, like, dreams and what they want to do and follow people in the streets. We follow people's culture also. Like, what is African American culture?
What's that?
What is our culture?
Well, everything is our culture. I feel like what's not our culture because last night I had been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You was drinking last night?
Yeah, I proceeded to get into numerous arguments with racist white people. Right? I don't know why nobody asked me to do this shit. I just saw what they were saying and I decided that, hey, let me.
Like in person?
No, it wasn't in person.
Oh, okay.
How you gonna argue with a racist white guy? He's not gonna call the police on you. He's not gonna go.
Not all of them.
But anyway, yeah, it was on social media. They were just posting all this negative shit. Like they were talking about the NFL and the Kaepernick thing, right?
Oh Lord.
And so I just decided to respond. But what was your question?
What is African American culture?
What is that?
What
that's what I'm saying.
is our culture?
What initially drew me to the conversation was they were talking about Afram actually, and the white guy was like, he said, well, what if we do our own picnic? And people were like, well, I mean, you like nobody cares, but so my thing was, well, what's your culture? What are you going to say? Like, what are you going to? Like, what do? You going to steal
white power
like, what are you
picnic.
going to say? Like, you can, because when you think about it, what else can you do other than saying you can say white lives matter to the Black Lives Matter movement?
I mean, white lives do matter, Black lives do
say?
matter, but white lives are not in danger right now. So
they're not in danger. I don't think they're ever going to be in danger. But I feel like they were smart and like they're aggressive. Like they stole land. They stole people to build the land.
If it wasn't for us, like they had
so you
generational wealth because of us.
Do like steal shit. Like, what's your culture?
Stealing, raping, like that's how this country is built, basically.
I was trying to look at something.
From the time the first boat arrived on this soil, it's been built off killing and raping and stealing.
But my thing is, instead of really just focusing on that shit, I'd rather focus on how we did it, how we made it, how we still here. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are like, yo, well, black people, we as black people need to do this, and we need to. Some of those things are true, but they're saying like we probably should stick together more.
We should.
But a lot of that shit is designed because if you are enslaved for generations, right?
Willie Lynch.
And in order to control that environment, I have to make it that you and I don't trust each other.
Like to separate us.
Both trust whoever is in charge of us.
Yeah, because they provide.
That doesn't change.
And that's still happening to this day with like welfare and stuff.
But
push the man out the house.
But there are white people who are jealous of other white people. There are Asians who are jealous of other Asians. The thing is, you gotta believe in yourself. Like it still comes back to you. You gotta believe in yourself. Why?
But you want to
Why
know
am I
why
gonna
we're
sit here-
hated though?
You said why?
Why we're hated and why they're so pressed on like pushing us out and getting rid of us.
They could never get.
It's because our genetics. Like our genetics alone can wipe them off the face of the planet. They can never make us white, but we can make everybody black because we have the dominant genes. So if we want to be assholes like them, we could say we're the dominant race because technically they can fuck 1 million black women and they'll make 1 million black babies. But there's nothing they can do to make us white. We can make them all black though, and that's why they're afraid. They want to separate us from them because we can wipe them off the face of the planet.
Yeah,
And that's what white nationalists are about. That's different.
I don't consider them to be white nationalists, like
Called.
CNN just kept saying. Oh, the nationalists. I consider them to be fucking terrorists.
They are. They just call themselves the nationalists.
If you had a turban on,
Because they believe it's a white nation.
Yeah, they want to keep the nation white because they know
Like
if
you
we
say black nationalists, I mean that about the black nation. And so
I haven't heard CNN say that though. I haven't heard ever.
I've never
heard
black nationalists before.
The black nationalists are protesting
use it a lot.
They don't have black nationalists on it. They won't even
Right. So I've never. They were like, yeah, because they're protesters, the rioters in Ferguson, like they never said black nationalists. But
they're afraid for their lives right now, and they should be because.
My thing is though, I feel like if we really just focus on ourselves, any group of people, just really focus on themselves, because even when it comes to like black on black crime, right? I feel like you commit crimes or you kill people that you're close to. So white people killing white people, black people killing black people. Asians, like that's who you live. You live near. You're not gonna. I mean, you can go to another community and commit a crime.
I think it's just different for us because I don't respect it. I get what you're saying, but I don't respect it because it's like black people been through so much shit, and it gets me bothered when you still taking from the black people who've been through so much
But
shit.
this is just how our mentality was built up since we arrived here.
But I feel like it's about organizing though and just being more focused because Jewish people been through a lot of shit.
Lots of shit.
And now Jewish people damn near own the country. Like, so the thing
they
is,
stick together.
It's not necessarily that they stick together. It's just that, I mean, well, they do stick together.
They'll pool all their money to buy one business. Like, I've seen it. Like, they just did it, like, up the street from my house.
Yeah,
I live in Jewtown.
But the thing is, we can do the same thing. You don't need the whole city behind us.
We can.
You can get your next door neighbor and say, hey, the house next door to us is vacant. Why don't we buy it? Why don't we fix it up?
That's exactly what happened up the street for me. It was like a vacant apartment complex.
A lot of people,
and they bought that shit.
Yeah, so you
together.
You get that one building, and then you buying that one building guarantees that you're not going to have somebody that one building ain't going to be a crack house. You can guarantee that.
A lot of people
they bought an apartment complex up the street. They bought a whole apartment complex. They went in and they bought this complex, and they all are going to make money off this complex that they just purchased. They rebuilt it.
Yeah, but you can do that. Like you can get with your friends and do that. You can get with your neighbors and do that.
You gotta teach them.
Nothing is stopping you from doing it though. So even right now, like there's 4 of us in here right now, right? And we say, yo, well, why don't we just that store across the street for sale? Let's just buy it.
And I would be down.
None of us may not live in this area, but we can buy it. And then we can use it for whatever is coming next. We're having a summer camp or a summer program. We can use it for that. And so it just you don't need 100 people.
You don't.
If you can get one person to support what you're doing, it may take a little longer to do it, but go for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. One more question I wanted to ask you. Do you have a role model?
This is gonna be corny, but
it's not corny.
That's gonna be corny.
Nobody's role model is corny.
Yeah, take some more of this. It won't be corny no more.
Roxie for both.
Shout out to Effie. Hopefully we get they send a check.
Anyway, let's put this right here. Let's who's your role model? Who's your favorite role model?
My role models have always been my mother and my father.
That's great.
That's not corny.
That's great.
Well, here's
That's
why.
awesome. If we had more people that looked up to their mother and father.
Well, see,
if we had more mothers and fathers that were positive role models.
Right.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, my mother, right? So my mother had me at 15.
Okay.
My mother has 2 master's degrees now.
Young.
Right. So I can remember being a kid, probably like 5 or 6, running around the Coppin Library at 2 o'clock in the morning because she had to study. Like, she went to work overnight. She went to school during the day. She took me to school from 5 and take me to school, and then she went back to work. And so for me, when it came down to me, when I had my sons, I couldn't just not do shit. Like, I wanted to make sure that I had a degree. I wanted to make sure that their mom was good. So I went to work overnight while they slept. I went to school while they were in school. I picked them up from school.
And that's so commendable because I
Spent time
can
with them, and then
imagine.
I really slept 4 hours a day, and I finished my degree in like 2.5 years. Because I was taking like 15 credits a semester. My father, I've never ever not seen this man work. Like, he would work 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like, I talked to his friends or some of the guys that grew up around me. I mean, some of his friends that I grew up around, I would talk to them like, yeah, yo, your father. Like, he would make you feel bad about not going to work. Like, there was a time, I swear, I had gotten in an accident like the night before. I broke my ankle. I was in the hospital like 4 or 5 days, right? Right now, I still got like 10 screws on one side and a metal plate and like 4 more screws on the other side. He gonna call me in the morning, like the morning after I left the hospital. You don't work today? You don't work today? Don't you gotta work today? I'm like, yeah, but I did have to work. I think I was like 20, 21 something. You don't work today? I remember in the 10th grade, I had a job. This was a car wash across the street from my mother's house. So I used to work there on the weekends. It's directly across the street. I had to be to work probably like 9 o'clock. Y'all, he would wake me up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, don't you work today? Like, niggas across the street. Like, I can jump over there. Like, it's across the street. But like, work ethic between my mother and my father is where I get it from.
That's good though.
And so they always been my role model because my dad, he's the type of person that he can work anywhere. Like, he can work at the smallest company, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say it's like a minimum wage salary or whatever. But he's the type that he'll take that job and make just as much as who's ever in charge because he's going to be in there from open to close, and he's going to be in there every day.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like right now he could probably take sick time off like the rest of his life because he do never take some time off.
That's how my mother is though. I don't ever remember in my whole life her taking a fucking day off.
Yo, that's how my mother is now. If I call her right now, she gonna be like, I'm at work, and she went there at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm like, she working at home.
Like, from the day I was born, like, I don't know, from the day I was born, my mother worked at she worked at the hospital when I was like 1. I don't remember her taking a day off ever in my entire 31 years of life.
That's how my mother is. It's just sad.
I just feel like work ethic though is not really passed down because all of us here. I don't know what y'all make or what y'all do, but y'all doing that shit. Like, this is y'all business and y'all running it and y'all handling y'all business. But how many people are outside right now that I'm gonna pull up at the light and they're gonna ask me for some change? Or I'm gonna go to the gas station.
But you ever been to 7-Eleven on the corner by where I work at?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a damn job too. That have the courage to ask somebody for some money.
Some of them got cars and houses.
I don't know about all that, but to be
out
out there all day asking people for money, like, that's a damn job.
I feel like there are some people who need it, and then there are some people who that's also their business. Right. Everything is a business. Like, I feel like if people start looking at shit like, yo, it's a business. Going to jail is a business. But so you made $500 a day, but then you got locked up at night.
And then you make 10 cents a day.
Right. You making 10 cents a day. But I'm gonna get $38,000 for you being in jail.
Yeah.
But this one more thing before we wrap up. I was about to say it fast. Oh my god. I really forgot.
Drink up. Sip.
Sip. You remember. Drink till you remember.
I really forgot what I was about to say.
All right, so how can people stay in touch with you?
Yes, what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Devin Walker Senior. It was my son had an Instagram. It was Devin Walker Jr. So
How old is your son? You got an Instagram. Excuse me, sir.
I have 3 sons. I have a 13-year-old.
How's your oldest?
Oldest is 13, and his brother is 9. And
You got a high schooler.
Yeah, I have 3 sons.
He's still high school this year?
He's 8th grade this year, and then he'll be in high school after that.
Yikes! I am not looking. What?
He'll be in middle school now.
Oh, look, you said high school.
No,
What the fuck,
no.
thing?
And I remember what I wanted to say. What's your social media?
Devin Walker Senior on Instagram. I have no idea what it is on Facebook.
And are you casting any roles?
Yeah, I have a lot of projects.
Because I'd like a role.
I have a lot of projects in the working on. So once I'm finished with the Baltimore Love project that I'm doing now, I have another one that's right behind it. I may start filming for that also because
let us know.
They may tie into it. And then after that, I have the project I gotta go to LA for.
Mm-hmm.
But like script wise, I have like features that I want to do. I have a series that I want to do. So if anybody is interested, I definitely have a series that I'm trying to shoot. We can start rolling on that as soon as possible.
And Devin Walker, he promotes local local entrepreneurs in Baltimore. So hit him up if you want your business promoted. You don't charge a fee as of right now, right?
No,
so he doesn't charge a fee. So if you want your business promoted,
even with
hit him up.
the premiere is going to be free.
Right.
So everybody, everything is free.
And
that's dope.
I remember what I wanted to say.
People need to see that.
You acknowledge this as a business. You know, some people, don't acknowledge this as, we on a radio show for an hour once a week. A lot of people don't look at this as a business, but it takes a lot of courage to get up here and
it definitely does.
Come live.
Right. But it definitely does. But it is a business. And it is what you guys do. So if you don't respect it, nobody else will.
Right. And
so
I definitely
respect it. As long as you look
right?
at what you guys do as a business and carry it like that, people are going to respect it because that's what it is. Right. Like you guys
everybody
are
not gonna like
businessmen and women.
Everybody not gonna like it. A lot of people like us, but everybody not gonna
name
like
anything that everybody likes.
Right. I'm just saying though.
But then that's where that. That's where
some people don't like Michael Jackson.
That's where that trendsetter,
fucking
the trendsetter thing comes in. That's where the followers come in because you got to go out and plant the flag first.
But we thank you and we appreciate you for acknowledging us. We appreciate you for coming on the show. Whitley, you can hit me up at _Whitley_. And
you say the same thing twice.
Yes, we're not gonna go through this.
She's got an old ass thing. I don't know why she gotta be so extra with her Instagram.
Extra.
You can follow me at starring Roxii with 2 eyes on my new Instagram page. It's Mrs. MRS Shackelford.
Do you have a radio show?
Yes, the Roxii with 2 eyes and Whitley show. The Roxii and Whitley show. And if you're a local entrepreneur and you would like to come on our show and promote your business, hit us up. It's a wrap.
Millie Rock.
See y'all next week.
See y'all next week. 7.
I gotta pee.
7-ish. Hit us up.